And up. Shake. Okay, just warm up a little bit. So, hey, hey, okay. Hidari hand nigga. Oish. So, no hands yet. Just the kuriashi and the yumiashi. Or kuriashi and the yumiashi. So try and push and then push. Push and then push. Yeah? Or kuriashi or yumiashi. Ready? Oish. Oi. Emoate. Oi. So what I don't want to see is you just lifting this foot and putting it back down again. Or doing a little bit. Try and at least half the stance, if not more. Yeah? Move up a little bit. Ready? Oish. Oi. Oish. Emoate. Oish. Emoate. Oi. Same. Push and make distance. Oish. Oi. Oish. Emoate. Oi. So, kuriashi, yumiashi, and throw your arms out, your ping pong arms. Ready? Oish. Not stiff at all, just let them throw. Oish. Oi. Emoate. Get his hand moving. Ready? Oish. Oi. Oish. Emoate. Oi. Like a T-Rex. If you look at Sensei Schmidt's always had his, when he's partnering off, yeah, always for cupping. So, take, yeah, take with your front hand. Ready? Oish. Oi. Oish. Emoate. Oish. Okay. Now, okuriashi gaku or yumiashi. Okuriashi gaku. Ready? Oish. 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 Emoate. Oish. Yummy. Look very similar, but they're totally different. That's the first one we did. Okuriashi yumiashi, tomakomazuki. Now we do okuriashi gaku yumiashi. Look very similar, but they are different. Push, push, step, tomakomazuki. Next one, gakuzuki and step, okuriashi gaku. Left fighting stance. Oish. So, okuriashi gaku or yumiashi. Oish. Oi. Now, back to the first one. Yumiashi. Okuriashi yumiashi. Tomakomazuki. Ready? Oish. Now, some of you have gone back to the other one. Looks very similar. Oish. Oi. Emoate. Oish. Same. So the question to you is, when does gakuzuki become tomakomazuki? If you can crack that, this is easy. Anybody? Yes. This is opposite. Gaku. Or kuriashi gaku. But when this foot goes in front of the other one, it changes to tomakomazuki to your front. Same movement, similar, but it's the timing of you releasing the front arm. So left leg forward. Oish. So this time, okuriashi gaku, yumiashi tomakomazuki. Now it's a bit early, but try and think about you throwing your punches. Yeah, ready? Oish! That's why your arms must be loose. And they must be doing what we were doing yesterday, which is throw it and relax it. It's there then for your tomokomazuki. You don't have to think about it. It should already be in that position. Ready? Oish! Oi! Moatai. Oish! Jodan. Gaku Jodan. And then it makes it even more difficult. Well, not difficult, more than you have to think about because you're going to the same place. Yeah. Yeah. Underneath. Yeah. Ready? Oish! Yeah. Underneath, step and punch. Yeah, so push and punch, gaku. Then as you step in, but your body must be travelling, not stopping. Yeah, ready? Oish! That's better. Moate, oish! Same again. Use your hands. Ready? Oi! Ready? Oish! Make sure you've got that okuriashi at the start. Don't miss that one out. Not just sticking this out gakuzuki, but travelling, and you can see this stretch, wanting to pull this leg through. I said yesterday, if I'm thinking about doing a geri, I use my arms. If I'm thinking about punching zukis, I think about using my feet. Then you've got the whole package because everything's having to work together. It's not just arms and legs, but together. So, ready? Oish! So from there, oish! Oi! Oish! Oish! Oi! Oi! Reach! Oish! And moate, oi? So that's what your arm should feel like. It feels like it shouldn't be stopping. Yeah? Oh, 1, 2, 3. If you're stopping your arms, you're not using your legs. Ready? Aish! Reach. Okuriashi. Aish! Okuriashi and yumiashi. Ai! Emoate. Aish. Yame. Okay, I know there's going to be 3 of you somewhere, so partner off. Partner off. Doesn't matter who. Fighting stance. Okay, I want you to be, this is just for our warm-up. All right? I want you to be doing okuriashi. Okuriashi gaku. And punch. Make sure you're moving back out, but it's giving you something to focus on and take. So, yeah? Push, take, gaku, same time. So as your body's doing this, you're taking and punching. Then you're stepping through. Yeah, but try and think about your other hand as well. This and this at the same time. Then this one and this one at the same time. And then come back the other way. You got that? In your own time. Yeah? I'd advise you just to do the one. Then you're not cramped. If you're cramped, you don't have to do okuriashi and yumiashi. Just do the one and then come back the other way. So you're just using one each way, yeah? Else you're not having to use okuriashi. Use your front arm, front leg. 2. Yeah? Step through. Push, step. Push, step. Push gaku, step through. That's better. But try and make distance. 1 and 2. Yeah. you're shortening your ayumiashi. So okuriashi, throw. Yeah? Then you're going to be doing tomokomazuki, but you're stepping through and doing this. Yeah? It should be, yeah, try and overcrowd them. Try and get them into your distance. Yeah? So I'm pushing, I'm making distance going in, and then not pushing them out the distance for the punch, but trying to get them into the distance for the punch. And then away, so control their body. Yeah, but you have to do that while you're moving. That's the difficult part. Yeah, not stopping, or stopping short. Carry on. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Grab their arm or move their arm, pull their arm with a punch. Try and have that tactile, that touching. 1, 2. Yeah, so try and use your front hand as well. It's not just about punching. You've got to control their arm or their body. Yeah? Same, so 1 and 1. Take. Carry on. Now, relax yourself. Yeah? Don't drop your arms. Yeah, when a sprinter goes for the race, they don't just go through the line and stop dead. They slow down, but you're still going forward, yeah? Good. Taking, punching. Got to use that front. You got nice long legs.
Yes.
You're not using them for this one. And this one. Yeah, stretch. Really. There's my relax. So that's warmed you up a little bit, yeah? But it's also trying to use this. Yeah, I'm sure first of all, when I did the 2, I was thinking, what's the difference? Yeah, but it's all about that timing of that punch, but you have to use, yeah? That change from gakuzuki to jun. And keeping this stance is not helping you at all. You know, just forward. Seishan. Okay, so what I wanted to do was, while you're all here, is to give you a preamble through some of the stuff that we're going to be doing on the course next month, June. Yeah, some of you have done these before, some of you haven't. Okay, so we'll take a couple out of a Pinan kata, yeah, and then maybe we'll use the start of, and I don't like calling them advanced katas, but you know, katas that we don't do very often. Pinan katas, you do quite a lot of because most of you teaching, you know, Q grades. Yeah, so they're fresher in your mind. Yeah, and when we're doing these video series, there's quite a lot of people going, well, that's the first kata that we teach. You know, like Rohai Wanshu or, yeah, but to us that's a little bit alien because we have these Pinan katas, but the Pinan katas are from Kashanku. Yeah, to build you up to do kushanku. Yeah? Okay, so we're going to possibly look at a Pinan kata that's maybe a little bit different from your normal way of thinking. Some of you have already done this, but... Okay, so just for Ryan, yeah, so as you get used to the move, all right? Can we just spread out a little bit and face this way? Yeah? So, the word Pinan is just a basic form, yeah? Some use Ian, but Pinan Nidan. We do basic kata number 2 first. It's 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so ni, Pinan Nidan, each ni, second kata. Yeah, mainly there's no keris in it. Yeah, there's no shutos in it, which is quite difficult for a beginner. Difficult for sometimes for us, but yeah. So, fit together, right? Eyoi. So, Pinan Nidan. So I'm going to do the first few moves, so you might have to do about half a dozen, remember half a dozen moves, that's all. So big and up, oish. And bend, oish. And what to get on by right. And up and down. And forward. Yeah, man. Once more. Big circle. Oish. Yeah, keep facing this way. Oish. Oish. Oi. Try and be as loose as possible. No tension. Oish. Yeah, man. So have your hands slightly open. Doesn't have to always be clenched. Up and down. Oish. Now, keep your hip back, but let your body flow from your knee. And hold your hip back. Then change quickly. Oish. And that's a form of Oyumiyashi. Oish. And up and down. Oi, bend from the knee. Yummy. Once more. Just to check that you've got those moves in. So what's the whole idea about this coursing journey? It's about looking at your katas in a different way and doing jiu-jitsu moves within them instead of. Because I'm a firm believer if you're doing jiu-jitsu moves in it, the technique is better for your karate. Yeah, you're not turning prematurely. You're not punching too early. Yeah, you're stepping in the correct way. And that, if it works for your jiu-jitsu moves, it works definitely for karate. Karate is a lot better for it. Okay. Go on anyway. So, grab. Okay, so... Stop there, go away. Really, you know, Colin wouldn't attack from here because my arm's in the way. He would be slightly off coming here. So, step and punch. That's the normal explanation, yeah? So this is when we go for here. And you have to apply the technique as slight. You don't change the kata. Maybe just have your hands open if you want. But find that release, first of all. Yeah? Very simple, but try and find that release. Partner off. Do a few. Carry on. Okay, yeah, man. You've had a couple of goes, yeah? Some of you are finding it a little bit easier than the others. But the one biggest thing that you'll find is the time of turning your wrist. And when you turn your wrist. Yeah, so really the first one, I forget this one at the moment, is Pinan Nidan is this. But you forget that you do this. This is an uki. Yeah, and then when you come down, wrist. So some of you are not turning this wrist, and that's why you're finding it difficult to lift this arm or move this arm. So therefore, when you come to do your Pinan Kata, you'll be thinking about your wrist movement. So play with this. Play with this. Yeah, this coming down. Okay? Carry on. See how you bend your arm? So, excuse me. So, draw a circle. High, high, high. If it's short, then you're using your arm muscles to do it. I want to use the mechanics of it. Big, 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 big. Okay?
1, 2.
That one. That's fine. So we've done this one, yeah? So this one. Think about what you do in your kata. So I find this one. Using the wrist, taking sensikiris. Now, it's not the arm, it's turning and throwing, not punching, turning and throwing. Remember the other day? So I find this one. Find out what you've got to do to take him off his balance and to take it from a defensive. Here, watch. This is going against. Yep. Carry on. Just go back to your Pinan Kata and just do the move. So it's this way, isn't it? Yeah. Now turn that way. Keep your elbow in. That's it. And turn the wrist, because that's what you do on the punch. Don't forget your kata. This isn't any different. But if these moves aren't there, they're not there when you do Pinan Nidan. Eh? Okay, yeah, man. So, this way, this way. You both of them. Don't mix it, don't try and, but this one has to move less. This is the one that does a lot of movement, isn't it? This one moves small amounts, and people tend to forget it. Okay, can you try both? Yeah, carry on. Big moves. Stretch, 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 stretch. Now turn your wrist. Now drop it down. Yeah. Now turn your body, keep the elbow in. Step and stretch. Good. Yeah? Let's do the kata. Not all of it, just the beginning. Hey! Hey, oi! Pinan Nidan. Yeah. Nice and relaxed. Open your hands if you want. But up. Let's see those wrists and this height. Ready? Nice. And stretch. And Junzuki. Nice. Okay, Mawati Gidanbarai. Nice. Aye. Once more. There. Don't cut corners. Big move. Nice. Big stance. Long stance. Nice. Reach. Aye. Nice. Aye. Okay, yummy. So can you get to Migi Junzuki this way? Right foot Junzuki stance. Mawati Gidanbarai. Nice. Once more. Nice. Once more. Nice. Okay, yummy. Okay, some of you are doing this. Not everybody. Some of you are doing this. Yep. Totally changes when you can't get it. You know, that's you. Both if you like. Okay. If you start turning too early, okay, it should be. Can you come in close? Not this. You know that if I get off balance, turn the wrist. Can you see what I've done to the body? Now I'm not going to swing round, I'm not going to do a circular motion. I'm going to step back. So I've used this and this. Yeah. 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 Now compare that to elbow, wrist, seishan. This direction. Should feel like I'm doing nothing. Can you try that? Carry on. Yeah, man. Can't take anymore. This is not only your jiu-jitsu move, but it's teaching you how to do Muay Thai. A lot of you, when you're doing Muay Thai, you're still doing it like an 8th kyu, or 7th kyu, whatever, kyu grade. Taking your foot across, turning. Yeah? Look what happens when I take my back foot across. Look, which way does the body go? I'm exaggerating a bit, but the body's going this way. That's the way that they're pulling you. Well, that's the way you're going. Really, I want to be going this way. Yeah? If you put it in a line, that's a good start. Yeah, Sensei Shimizu would be, he'd be moving his foot as he's going round. Yeah, the problem is if you here and then try and turn, your foot's on the wrong side of the line to do it. So, think about where it's going to finish, which is across here, not like an intermediate place. So it's going from there, more or less a straight line across this way. Not swinging round. Yeah? Back. And if you use your body correctly, your foot will land in the correct place anyway. So think about your turn. If you can sort your turn out, then you've got half of this. Yeah? Carry on. Now let your foot, sorry. Can you feel that you've done that? Yeah? Can you feel your weight coming back? Now just take your back. Find a stable place, which is further across. Take it further across. Okay? Because mix there, so this is, now. Turn. Down. Down. That's it. Yeah. Apart from Ryan, yeah, what kata are actually practicing here or integrating here? Seishan. So even though you're doing Pinan Nidan, you should be introducing parts from other katas, yeah? So this, from here, mix strong. Come round close. Come round. So I've been on about your wrist movement. I've been on about your elbow movement. But it should be your shoulder movement as well. Because you're integrating your lats then. If I'm just doing the wrist, it's basically these. If I'm doing the elbow, then I'm introducing these. But really I want to use this, this and this. But if I start here, Mick can feel it. If I start from here, Mick can feel it. If I start from here, it's too late. Then it's in the place. It's where they detect it, where they... Can you see you've gone from Pinan Nidan to this? So when you come to do Pinan Nidan, everything's totally changed. And that's what you should be looking for at your grades. not a Pinan Nidan that a yellow belt would do, or orange belt, or whatever. It's a Pinan Nidan that Dan grade should be doing. Yep. Looks similar, but you look closer and it's not. It's totally different. On the surface, it looks the same. But it's changing from the inside out. Yeah, and they shouldn't feel anything, really. So can you try moving your hand from here, not here or here. So when you come to do your Usai-shan, you've already done it because you didn't even Pinan Nidan. Carry on. Ready for the next part? Both. It's not good up here. Ginan Baro is not good up here. Ginan Baro is down here. Now he's down there. I want to bring him up. Straight down the middle. Then punch. So can you try it from there, just from down here? Obviously, carry on. Now stand back and lift. High up, high up. Just stand up normal, high as you can. Now turn your wrist. Now what you want to do is come over the top of Mick and down. Just down with your lats. Go forward with it. Go forward with and down. Yeah? Feel. Grab both. That's the worst, isn't it? Just find the difference with your muscles in your torso and your arm. If you put, can you come around this side of it? If you put your hand like so and try and come down, not so good. As soon as you turn, just try that and try this, totally different. So that's why you need to turn and come down, because you're using different sets of muscles and you're cool. Yeah? Sup. Not flat, because it's not so strong. And look at my elbow, it's gone out. I'm not using my body there. Here, I'm using my body. And I'm coming down, down, and punch, yeah? So try that, try this on somebody's shoulder and you'll feel the difference. Yeah, carry on. Yeah? Stretch. Stretch down. That's it. Yeah, and you need to get it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's where it is there.
I'm going to try and get my hand higher. If it's down here, I'm doing it with my fingers. If I can get my hands higher so it's on the wrist. If it's down here, I'm doing it with my fingers. If I can get it higher, can you see I'm getting it through? Now can you see I'm coming? It's just little bits that you need to. Relax. Punch Jordan. Any one you want. Now chew then. That's the conventional. Yep. Now grab. So, not here, because I can't, I'm using my fingers. So, do the kata. Up. Now can you see I've getting my wrist and my hand through? Now I can use this. Okay. Push. Carry on. Yeah, man. Okay. Yoi, face this way. Pinan Nidan. So don't cut any corners. Make sure it's a big move and you're dropping. Oish. Now hold the hip back like you're doing a yumiashi. Oish, and let it flow through. Point to where you're going. Now, your body going back and your elbow coming in and you're working it from your shoulder. Oish. Now you're going to work it from your shoulder and you're going to let it come across. Don't bend your elbow, just up. Oish. Now, reach down and you'll pull your shoulder back. This other one. Bend and punch. Yummy. Can I see you all do that again? Think about what you've just done. It won't change the kata. It'll change the way you turn your body, the way you lift your arm, the way you're doing your mawate. Yeah? Ready? Oish. Lead with your knee. Oish. Bend your back leg when you're going. Oish. Crossing up. Oish. And down. And lead with your knee. Yeah, mate. Yes, mate. Does that feel different? Yeah? Just 2 minutes because just time's going. All right? But come round. Grab. Both. Keep hold. Can you just try that? Carry on. Okay, we've got about 25 minutes. Okay. Jito. Only first few moves, don't just spread it. Hey. Yoi. This original course into this original course. Yeah, it comes from this. Yeah. So, okay. Ready? Oish. Oi. Oish. Oi. Oish. Yeah, man. Ready? Oi. Oi. Oish. Oi. Oish. Oi. Again. Oish. Oi. Oish. Think you got that? One more time. Ready? Yoko Seishan. Oish. Yoko Seishan. Oish. Oi. Shikirachi, it doesn't matter. That's fine. Okay? Conventional fighting stance. Gakuchu then. Okay, arm coming forward, you punch. You kick. Okay. Conventional block kick, we're all happy, we walk off, nice, we've got it. Yeah? No. Grab. To stop the kick. Yeah? Grab.
Seen this on the video, I knew what was coming.
Can you see the pressure off, Colin? So use it, just concave. Let Colin position my arms. Yeah, now. Two is better than one. But you can do one if you want. Makes it easy for me. Okay, so the first part started here. Not straight back. I want to take Colin's centre and go one, but using your, not this. Just do that first. It's like a sotobuki, yeah, go one. That's to start off with. Which? Carry on. If you go back, it's coming onto you. So, excuse me. So really, what I'm doing, it's called Yoko Seishan, which means that if I drew a line from my heel across, I'm going back, but mainly to the side. Can you see that? So therefore, I'm going from mixed centre. There's a double whammy here. I'm moving my centre line, and I'm going to affect mix balance. If you've got a grip and you can't get it out, yeah. Watch. Follow me. Grab me. I'm going, I'm letting it slip underneath. Now because Mick's very strong, lift this one, I start attacking his wrists a little bit. Not much, just gives me time to point it down there. Now, go down towards your knee. Yeah, then I'm not using my strength. So if you grab, if you feel tight, yeah, so slip it underneath. Yeah, I can. But if I do this, down. Just there. Then you don't need strength, you've got a technique there. And that's what it's all about. It's having a technique, not relying on your strength. Now I've got to get rid of this one. Not this, and this. That's not Seishan. Yeah, and going forward. Cover for a kick. Think about what the kata is about. You are changing. You are going forward. Not changing to block, to go forward, to take your weight, take your punch, whatever, to him. Slip in, take, forward. You can see the effect on Rob. This. Yeah. Can you try that? But get that weight going forward. Seishan. Fresh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Half on, half off. No, if it's on the hand, he can just take his hands away. I want to go from him to me. So I've trapped him. Now, this is where your shoulder, come around if you want. This is where your shoulder and your elbow and your wrist come into action again from Pinan Nidan. So we've gone from Pinan Nidan all the way up to this kata to do So if you want to just go from here to grab, come over, hip, elbow in, hand out, trap in, down, through, and in. Okay, carry on. That's good. Down, 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 down.
Yeah. The other way.
Stop.
Yes. Yeah. Now, drop. It'll be easy for me to go forward.
Forward. Drop. Drop. That's it. And when you go forward, you want your turn. You want your gakuzuki instead of punching like this. On your hips. So yeah. This is really exaggerating. Instead of going square, doing this, you want to. Okay, if you want to be nasty, then you take their fingers. So if I just do, come around this side. Grab both, because this is the one I'm after. So instead of trapping, come round onto this one. Here. So you're tucking the wrist, stow, and holding these. Can you see? This one, and I'm attacking that wrist. This one. Turn, stow into the wrist. But hold this one. Just try a couple with that. Watch what you're doing. Okay, let's just do the kata again. And it should look, should feel a bit different. Yeah? So, ready? Nice. Back here. Now, forward. Not just step. You need that going forward like seishan. So bend your knees and drop. And take your tanden forward. Then exchange. Nice. Now down. Work this one. Pull down. Yeah, with your lats. Yeah, now when it's all compressed here, yeah, you're going to go forward and you're going to unleash this. And, nice. Yeah, man. Relax. Okay, so we did Pinan Nidan and we've done Jitai. Yeah, it should feel different. So when you come to do Pinan Nidan, instead of thinking block, punch, Gidan Baroi, yeah, usually it's block, punch. Eyes in the back of your head. Somebody's kicking you from behind. Don't think so, right? Block the kick, they're punching Jodan. Now they're punching Chudan. Now you're hitting them. That's what we brought up with, yeah? But slightly different angle. Yeah, cover. Cover. Take it to them. Kick in here. Yurakan. Take. Punch. Then jiu-jitsu. What you think was three identical, they were totally different mindset, totally different. But you can introduce that into Pinan Nidan. And your Pinan Nidan then will look and feel totally different. Yeah? Totally different from doing a dance, from doing block, 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 punch. Nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong at all. But you start understanding other katas better. Until that one unit, one kata helps another kata, helps another kata. Yeah, not all different ones. Yeah, and that's the whole idea, isn't it? You're trying to come up with a fighting system. Yeah, these were picked, Otsuka senses, to bring all those different attributes to you, to that one thing. Not you going, oh, I've got to learn that one, I've got to learn that one, I've got to move over here, I've got to do that one, I've got to do this one. You're going all the way around. No, you've got to bring them to you. Bring those katas to you. Not go around, yeah. It's not good learning 100 katas. Just learn one, good one. Yeah? When you're ready, learn another kata, learn another one. But try and bring it to you, to what you want from it. Not take the given. That's when you start using this. Yep. Okay, so the last 5 minutes, we're just going to do very light sparring again. I don't want anybody sweeping anybody on the floor. Okay, and I don't want any hard, but nice and relaxed, just moving around. Especially you. Just try and find it this week. Yeah? Just nice and relaxed move. Yeah? Okay. Hey.